So you clicked on this video because you want an actual honest review of the DJI Rs4 Pro. Now first of all, let me just go ahead and say that I purchased this off my own accord. I'm not going to give you a biased review. I'm going to give you my experience as someone that uses gimbals all the time. First thing I'll comment on is the packaging. Honestly, in terms of DJI packaging, you're getting a lot of gears and features. I bought the Rs4 Pro combo, so you get a focus ring, you get the DJI Raven, which is a wireless transmitter, you get a bunch of USB cables, you get the regular body grip, you get a phone holder, and even, honestly, there's even some more accessories that I personally don't use, but basically what I'm telling you is you get a lot of value for it. All right, so in terms of build quality, I have to say DJI always goes above and beyond. I mean, the moment you feel this thing, it honestly feels like a high quality piece of gear. Everything about it just feels pristine. I've owned other gimbals from different brands such as Zion as well as Moza, and I have to say DJI always beats them where it comes to build quality. When you hold a piece of DJI equipment, it just feels like, it's good to go. I think it's carbon fiber, so don't quote me on the material for the Rs4 Pro. Honestly, I don't know what exactly it is. I just know that when you hold on to this piece of gear, it definitely feels like, professional and sturdy. It's not flimsy in any shape, way, or form. It has locks on each axis, so basically if you're using it on the go and maybe you need to lock up and go, the auto lock function is something that always comes in handy. Now if you own the Rs3 Pro, then you're already used to the auto lock function, but if you're coming from scratch, you've never owned a DJI gimbal before, then that auto lock function is actually super amazing. This gimbal is actually very similar to the previous version. I did own the DJI Rs3 Pro, and I have to say they are extremely similar with some minor upgrades. First upgrade I'll touch on is the adjustable button for the joystick. So the joystick now has the option to not only move the gimbal, but also to control other functions. So I noticed sometime when I was using my A7IV that I would use the joystick and it would start to zoom on the camera. So I realized that it actually, once you connect your gimbal to your camera through Bluetooth, for some cameras it can control your zoom. I'm not sure if it can control other things like maybe ISO or whatever, but that was something that was kind of shocking to me because I didn't know that was a new feature. Also, what I really enjoy about this, which is going to be probably one of the main things I love about it, is that it now comes with a dedicated vertical mount. Right now I'm in horizontal and I'm honestly set up right now, so I won't be showing you right here, but I'll probably link a clip when I did it before. But basically it has the option to go full horizontal, so you pretty much release right here. Actually, I'm going to show you a clip of that. But yeah, before it basically go into a vertical mode on the previous DJI Rs3 Pro, but that would not have the perfect balance. With this one now, it actually has perfect balance because it's not just flipping vertically, you're actually fully balancing it vertically. For me, I usually don't switch in between, so I don't find it to be too much of a big deal. The pro is that you're going to get way more stable footage. The con is that each time you have to switch between portrait and regular horizontal, you're going to have to do a rebalancing. So it's really based on you. Something I also like about this as well is the DJI Raven Eye. With the DJI Raven Eye, you're actually able to stream or cast your footage from your camera straight to your phone, which that's not something you're going to use often, or at least in my case it's not something I'm going to use often, but I do find it useful that you're actually able to use your phone as a monitor, because the fact that you're paying a decent price for the package, it's good that it comes with some additional features. I think one of the main reasons why I really like this guy right here is that vertical mode. I shoot a lot of vertical content and it is going to be like super handy for me to be able to get vertical footage and get full movement on the vertical axis. Before, I did get vertical shots, but it wasn't the same as having like a fully dedicated vertical mode. All right, so I'm gonna turn this guy on right here. So we're already pretty much balanced. We have this on the Sony FX30 right now. So I'm just gonna turn it on and give you guys some test shots. I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys. Personally, I don't use the focus motor that often. I use a lot of autofocus in majority of my shoots, but I thought, what, if I'm showing you guys the setup, I might as well show you the full setup. So in terms of stability, I'm just gonna say it is the same level of stability as before. In fact, let me just shoot the camera guy. So this is the camera guy, this is the shot. So yeah, it's pretty much the same level of stability as before. I'm not gonna tell you there's a big difference when it comes to being stable. Yeah, it pretty much feels the same. If you already own a DJI gimbal, you probably won't notice a lot of differences. The key differences I think would be like the auto lock function, which already exists from the Rs3 Pro. And the main new thing here is the dedicated vertical mode. So if you're looking for something that's gonna be a world of difference, you probably should not look here. Am I happy with the purchase? Yeah, like I like it as a piece of equipment, something I'm gonna consistently use. I like using the phone monitor. I do think it's a handy feature, but honestly speaking, it is really similar to the RS3 Pro. In fact, there's not much differences. I do think that sometimes DJI and other camera brands go to their way to make, you know, very small minor updates and then release new gear. So what I will say as a piece of advice, if you currently don't own a gimbal, if you don't own a gimbal and you're not strapped for cash, I'd highly recommend the DJI Rs4 Pro. It is a high quality piece of gear. It is very stable. It has a high weight capacity. Yeah, I think it's a really good piece of gear. But if you do own a gimbal already, it might not be the biggest upgrade, especially if you already own a DJI Rs3 Pro. And to be fair, if you're strapped for cash, it'd be a lot cheaper to get the Rs3 Pro, especially considering that they're very similar and there are only, I guess, maybe 3 major differences, and saying that there are major differences is even arguable. There are pieces that I don't have available. For instance, it does come with a bigger battery grip. I didn't get that part of the package. Basically, it has a huge battery grip that lasts for, I think, up to 72 hours. But honestly speaking, you don't need to last up to 72 hours. A lot of the features that were sold on with these camera gears are not really necessary. But don't get me wrong, overall, I really do like the Rs4 Pro. It's a really high quality piece of gear. It's a really nice experience. You know, high quality can last for a long time. But again, it's not that different from the predecessor. So I'm not here to badmouth DJI. If you don't own a gimbal, you can look into it. But if you're strapped for cash, you might be better off getting the DJI Rs3 Pro. Or
you should just get the RS3.
Yeah.
RS4, sorry. That's RS4.
Yeah.
500. Or
Or even the RS4. So like the truth is, yo, they're pretty much all the same. I think that's my honest perspective. Am I gonna buy the RS6 if it comes out next year? Sorry, the RS5. Who knows? Because they're definitely gonna come out with one next year. All right, so if you enjoyed this video, the YouTube algorithm says you're gonna love this video right here. That's the outro. The cut? Yeah, we can cut.